What is something everyone does daily that if done wrong, can kill you? How many people answered this while driving? At least 0.1. You mistyped more than 15%. So, I only know exactly one person, personally, that has died while driving. Yet, it happens all the time. So, I often think at work, I work at a bar, how many people here aren't gonna make it home tonight? Just, statistically, working in bars for 15 years, I know there has to be some number of people who came to my bar and that was the last day of their life. Drink or eat. I hate when you drink water wrong. I just saw my 88-year-old aunt for maybe the last time. She lives halfway around the world and was clear that this is her last trip to the US. She started choking on a piece of sushi. We asked if she was okay. She shook her head no and pointed to her back. My dad starts patting her back not nearly hard enough and I realized that if I did the Heimlich on her, I could break a rib. She's tiny and frail. Luckily, she coughs it up and her British ass says, "So sorry to be a bother." I'm quite embarrassed by that. I blurted out, "Sorry, I thought you were going to die. We're good." Yeah, my dad's Shaolin Kempo teacher died this way. Big burly guy, black belt fighter, choked on a peanut with no one around to do a Heimlich. Like this guy got hit in the head multiple times during tournaments, but a peanut is what did him in. Bizarre to think about. Take a shower or bath. One slip and you could die. Bold of you to assume this is a daily thing for all of us. My skin will not survive making this a daily thing. This happened to a kid at my high school. Was showering, slipped, hit his head and died. Was only like 16. Nice guy. Drive. The only thing keeping us from smashing into oncoming traffic is an agreement to not cross a thin painted line on the road. The scariest part is you can do everything right and still die because someone else did it wrong. That is not a weakness, data. That is life. Regenerate your cells. Are you talking about cancer? Prions. My neighbor drives one of those dang electric prion cars, won't shut up about the environment gondolas. Literally just walking. Walk in the wrong spot at the wrong time and wham, hit by a semi-truck. Truck coon is there and ready to take you to another world. I have seen a dashcam footage of a friend where someone was walking over the street and their light was green. Unfortunately the speeding car didn't see them and wham, shoe went the other way than the body. He was pretty shaken up. People literally die from random shit like tripping and hitting their head on the edge of a curb. Doesn't even need to be a car. A man who worked in the same building as my ex tripped on the edge of the curb and fell. Broke a rib, which perforated one of his lungs, and he died a few days later. It's been over a decade and I still think about this regularly. I'm opening the comment section just unlicking new fears. Lick all the fears. Shit, I saw this comment 20 minutes ago, it took me all this time to understand it. Once it's licked it can never be unlicked. Take the stairs. Over 12,000 people in the US, and 700 in the UK, die annually from falling down the stairs. Edit sources. I always fall up the stairs at work. I probably won't die unless I fall on my mouth and my teeth jam into my brain. Oh, don't worry, Therese, plenty of air gap in their tongue. And now I'm curious about the gap in numbers. Why so many more Americans? Swallow food/water. Don't be scared though. Sometimes my swallowing my own saliva is trying to kill me. As people age, the function of the epiglottis covering the entrance to the larynx, while swallowing, starts to slow down, relax, become dysfunctional. This is why many elderly people end up with swallowing disorders. Aging is a factor, along with age-related disorders and diseases. It's a common issue and you may notice that older people cough and choke a lot while eating. It's not necessarily a matter of slowing down while eating, but rather the inability to regulate how the epiglottis works. My niece's and nephew's maternal grandmother died from choking on her food. It's a brutal way to go. I have 36 years old and I've been to the hospital 4 times in the last year from choking. It sucks. Eat food, shower, drive, walk, plug stuff in, go outside, be inside, breathe, drink, socialize. Everything is potentially deadly. You know that almost every single human ever born has died here on Earth? Earth isn't a safe place for humans. Stupid oxygen slowly corroding us. Yeah, I'm a research scientist, and I discovered that life is the #1 cause and precursor of death. I keep telling people to stop being born but they never listen. It's the government, I tell you. Damn spy birds did this. Angrily shoots gun at son. Cleaning. Maybe not every day but enough people don't know you can't mix bleach and ammonia. I have had more than one argument with my mill about this. She absolutely does not believe me that it's dangerous. Show her articles online of people dying because of it. Provide sources and proof. Sometimes it's the only way to get through to people. Greater than bleach and ammonia. Let's get out ahead of the bullshit stream. No, this does not make mustard gas. Mustard gas has sulfur in it, and neither bleach nor ammonia contain any sulfur atoms. It doesn't make World War I chlorine gas either. It makes Chloramine. What is chloramine? It's the same family of chemicals that are produced when someone pees in a chlorinated swimming pool, only it's vastly more concentrated than that. Bleach plus ammonia equals concentrated dirty pool stank. It'll burn your lungs if you take a deep whiff. It certainly stinks, but it's not mustard gas, it won't blister your skin, and it's not raw chlorine gas either. It is a different, and somewhat milder, noxious chemical that can still scar your lungs permanently if you get too much of it. So don't do it. While we're at it, hydrogen peroxide is an underrated cleaning substance. It works great on bacterial biofilms like the pink Serratia marcescens that grows in showers. I'm a firefighter and my only answer is cooking. You fuckers set your stoves on fire entirely too often. Damn Sims. First thing in every Sims game I've played, buy a fire alarm and install it right above the oven and grind out a point in cooking. Far too many ghosts in my town due to grilled cheese. By throwing water on burning oil? As someone with an anxiety disorder, I regret reading the comments on this post. This is where we have to apply our CBT strategies and consider how often we have made such mistakes before. How frequently do you actually choke on food or drink? How frequently do you actually get into car accidents? We need to remind ourselves that these are pretty rare. Cock and ball torture has helped me tremendously in reducing my fears in other facets of life. Driving is really unsafe. We just put up with it because it's a practical necessity. But it kills about as many Americans per year as prostate cancer. I swear if PPL actually realized what amount of force applies even at 30 km/h, they'd be far more scared. PPL on the back seat without a seatbelt hit the one in front of them like a truck, literally tons of energy. And even with seatbelts on, people do stupid shit. Get your fucking feet off the dashboard, Karen. Do you want your knees to be on the other side of your brain? You/individualchaoten looks like you missed one. 1000 Ways to Die, Reddit edition. So many dumb ways to die. Drive a car. Walk while looking at your phone. Walk around at night in dark clothes, particularly near a highway. Greater than walk around at night in dark clothes. No cause there are so many dumbasses in my neighborhood that do this. To add to it, there is only one street lamp for the entire street, so it's fucking pitch black for a good 90% of the street. One time I was coming home late and nearly hit a woman who was stumbling in the middle of the road, most likely drunk. The only reason I saw her was because her phone light flashed from a notification. There is an intersection in my town where there is a convenience store right across a busy road from a cheap hotel. Too many idiots cross at the edge of lot closest to the hotel, and almost get hit by people who literally do not see them. Both day and night. If they went 15 feet up to the corner with the crosswalk, they could cross safely, but that's obviously too far to walk. At night it's a lot worse, people going for a beer run and then racing across a busy two-way road with 4 lanes to get back to the hotel. Sounds like bad road design. Existing. Came here for this. It can go wrong, and does, in so many ways. I hate when I exist wrong. You doing it right now, please go somewhere private so we don't have to see it. Use a vending machine. Hey, death due to tampering with vending machines were so common that it doesn't grant you Darwin Award anymore. All I can think of is that ATM and Breaking Bad. What else am I missing? If you do anything wrong enough, it can kill you. Crossing a street. Construction. One wrong move, that whole building going down, fire starting, etc. Yep, came here to say this. I slipped climbing scaffolding the other day and had to sit for a moment after realizing that could been it for me. I definitely don't construct, almost ever. Is that something everyone else is doing daily? Using your bathroom at home. Wait, how? Wait until they find out about the fun that can happen in kitchens too. 5 mm difference in a stair step. The confidence that you have when you know your own stairs, but misjudge for whatever reason and your life flashes before your eyes as you make that misstep is fucking wild. Lift a heavy barbell or couple of dumbbells in the gym while screaming. The extremely heightened blood pressure from screaming in a strained position, which is followed by a big drop in blood pressure as you cease screaming and also drop the weights, makes you faint due to low blood pressure. Here is how much you can fuck yourself over if scream lifting. Lift something heavy without a spotter too. Don't try to outdo your previous max bench press or lift to failure without a spotter, kids. Or if your bench has safety bars. Showering for sure. Once slipped in the shower and it was a really bad slip and I knew if I fell I was going to hit my head on my sink hard. Managed to grab something and instead of a severe head injury I just pulled something in my arm and I'm okay with that trade-off. Listening to headphones while walking at night. Or just listening to headphones in general. I've seen runners get on the road because they didn't hear a car running. Luckily both times it happened, the drivers were paying attention. I'm not generally a paranoid person, and I'm not one of those Redditors who acts like you need a fall harness to use a step stool, but I don't wear headphones in public at all, ever. I'm just not comfortable being that unaware of my surroundings. It's just overall unsafe. Coagulate blood. Some of us mutants have a little more trouble with that. God, I hate it when I coagulate blood wrong. Had many strokes, then? Crack your neck. Wow, don't know that I can stop, but I didn't think it was that risky. I've been doing it for the past 18 years, all the freaking time. But recently there have been a few times that I pushed my neck and I felt like my entire spine dislocated, and I did think, fuck, did I just kill myself? Am I dead? It's funny cause PPL around me are always afraid I'm gonna drop in front of them. Don't want it anytime soon, don't wish to traumatize anyone, but for some reason I do think it's fun to imagine lol. I implore you stop cracking your neck. I'm 52 and had a car accident. Went to chiropractors for decades whenever my neck bugged me. Started having aching pain down my entire right arm that would wake me up at night. Got referred for an MRI. My C4, C6 vertebrae are utterly fucked with scar tissue from the years of cracking. That scar tissue is impinging on the branch nerve for my arm. Now I get to go in for epidural injections, and eventually likely fusion to stabilize those bones. Spine doc pointed out that a neck crack can now kill me easily as the bone growth can cut arteries. After researching chiropractic care, I've found that it is indeed mostly crap mixed with some truth. To the point that within the chiropractor community some had pushed for a distinction between traditional and more science-based practices. The history of chiropractic theory is insane. https://www.l.a times.com/business/Lazarus/LaFi Lazarus Chiropractic Quackery 201706330 story.html. My old boss went to the chiropractor and they cracked his neck. That night he stroked out. Having sex. Good thing I'm not doing that. If you're a praying mantis, then you only get to live if you do it wrong. Going to school, only in America, pew pew. Cell division. Take Tylenol. Especially when taken for hangovers, as it's bad for your liver. Eating. Getting married to the wrong person and having children on top of that seals the deal. It's a daily death sentence, slow and excruciating, painful way to live. Staying in an unhealthy relationship for the kids isn't the way to go, homie. The kids might not understand at first, but, given time, they will. I hope you get the help you deserve, fellow Redditor. Drive. Using a hand phaser for quick or emergency personal waste disposal. It works extremely well, but if you forget to set it at remove biohazard, the results can be horrendous. Poor crewman Barkley, he survived, but raising a family is no longer an option. Everything. A lot of stuff involving the kitchen. Mainly an open stove. Showering. If you slip you can die, just ask my brother. And if you ask him and he responds, then make sure to record it and send it to a ghost website or something, because that'd be some crazy footage. Sorry for loss. Going up and down the stairs. Drive a car. Driving. I used to live in Atlanta, and it was a weird day if you didn't see at least 3 cars wrecked on the way home. One time I managed to see a car on the side of the road completely engulfed in flames. Driving. Not to get all political, but here in America, you can be minding your own damn business anywhere and get shot. I can't think of a single place that's truly 100% safe against getting shot. Going to school. Ops mom. A lot of people drive. It is deadlier than flying. Pooping. If you strain too hard you can have a vasovagal reaction, pass out, have a heart attack, maybe an aneurysm or stroke if you're predisposed. Too much poop, aka diarrhea, can cause death by dehydration and electrolyte losses. Not pooping enough and you can get a bowel obstruction which can lead to sepsis. Surprised I had to scroll so far down to find this one. I don't like this question. I can't think of a single thing that you can do incorrectly that physically can't kill you. From eating soup, to making an offensive message, to breathing, to walking. This question sucks. Or you're just kinda a buzzkill. Fishing toast out of the toaster with a fork. This is one thing you're specifically never meant to do and you do this daily? How has natural selection not claimed you yet? You do this daily? I can safely say that not everyone does this daily per the original title. Breathe. Simple enough, but fuck it up and you can choke to death on your own saliva. Breathing. Eating. Don't eat the wrong things. Also, don't eat the things wrong. Driving. It kills far more than people believe. Yet, collectively, we aren't that bad at it. Getting in or out of the shower/tub and slamming your head on a hard surface. I like how this comment doesn't mention the slipping part that all of the others have. Just have a nice shower, step out, towel off, turn and bash your head against the wall. Drive. Surprised I haven't seen cooking anywhere on here. You know, The activity where you use various sharp objects and heat various metals to incredible temperatures. Walking down the stairs. Well, breathing is pretty dangerous. 100% of people who breathe will die. Toothbrush could easily choke you to death. Are you brushing your esophagus? UK has entered the chat. Shaving. Eat food you can choke yourself. ITT, pretty much anything one does daily has the potential of causing death. Apparently ringing a doorbell now. Taking medication. Work. I work on a farm, it isn't the safest place and the way I fix things could kill me. There's a time to live. And a time to die. When it's time to meet the maker. There's a time to live. But isn't it strange? That as soon as you're born, you're dying. Steve Harris, Iron Maiden. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Cleaning up something with an ammonia cleaner. Not working? Let's try bleach. Popping zits, especially on your face. I think the area surrounding your nose and mouth is actually called the triangle of death among dermatologists. Drive on a freeway. Cooking. Literally everything, if done wrong enough, can kill you. Sleeping in bed, greater than roll off wrong, greater than death. Waking up and stretching, greater than get lightheaded and faint, greater than fall wrong, greater than death. Brushing your teeth, greater than trip, greater than shove toothbrush down throat, greater than death. Driving. Stepping into a bathtub. I can confirm I accidentally stabbed 2 people with knives and am definitely not on the run. Crossing the street. Driving. Get out of bed. If you get out of bed too fast, something will happen to your head or something, but it feels weird and I don't like it. Drive. Drive. Have sex. It was with the neighbor's wife. Does anyone else feel like driving has gotten way worse? Like that people suck at it even more now? Yes, definitely. So many people should have no business on the roads. It's like a toddler driving a car but they're in an adult body. Sleep. Drive. Driving lol. Trail running, stumble upon roots and hit your head. Wild boars, in other area mountain lions, bears, crocodiles, hornets, snakes. Please continue. Flirting. Drive a car. Getting older. Skipping breakfast. Commuting to work. Drive. Almost killed myself recently eating a Kodiak protein waffle in the AM. Was chalking for a good solid 4 minutes and kept thinking, wow, this is really how I'm gonna die. Death by waffle. The milk I was drinking and the chewed up waffle formed liquid cement in my throat. Driving. Drive. Drive. Going to school in America. Driving. 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 Eating. You can easily choke if you fail to chew your food properly. Showering. Exercise. Eating and I feel like choking is an awful way to die. Crossing the street. Aspirate solid food and occlude the trachea. Die of asphyxia. Terrible design that all the vertebrates have to manage. Powerful reflexes, enabled by evolution, often clears the airway. Drive, breathe, eat, drink, bathe. Driving. Drive. Definitely driving, either yourself or some other random coming at you. Driving a car, lots of problems if not driven correctly. Crack several parts of their body. Breathe. Drink water. Calling out the wrong person's name whilst climaxing. If you live through it you may wish it kills you. Driving. Literally anything. Combustion, heating, cooking, etc. Doing a backflip, sorry haters. Pump gas. Drive. Driving. Cross the road. One slip in the shower and it can be lights out. My friend's dad died this way. It was very sad. Drugs? To live. Going down some stairs. Live. I mean technically at any moment an asteroid could come out of space and smite you, or you could suffer a massive brain hemorrhage. Wearing Crocs on a job site. Driving, I guess not everyone does it daily, but it amazes me to see thousands of people all cooperating simultaneously. Turn without a blinker. Walking, sometimes running, trip in the wrong areas and you can get seriously damaged. Cooking. Dysphagia sucks. I deal with it daily and have to cut out a lot of foods and take small bites and take constant drinks while eating. I'm told it will only get worse. Taking medication.